loves, welcome to Fifth Dimension. Thank you for joining me for today's pick a card reading, which is themed after the flower moon. So essentially what I'm trying to see in today's energy is if there may be anything within or around your energy that may be impeding on your growth, on your healing, on your expansion in any way, so that you can be aware and handle it properly. But also any present moment messages, as the flower does represent appreciation for that which is currently, okay? So I don't have any crystals today, I just have good vibes. You're just gonna go based off of intuition. Pile 1, 2, or 3, all right, loves? I'll see you at your piles. Hi, pile number 1. I hope you're doing good. Thank you for joining me for your reading. So the main energy that you got was the full moon, which is really cute, right? Because this is a full moon reading. The message here is surrender to the divine. So this literally goes with perfectly aligned with the theme of the reading, essentially with the flowers being representation of present moment, of cycles, right? Cycles of death and rebirth, whether very small or very significant. It's essentially a reminder that life is nothing but change, right? Embracing the changes that are constantly occurring within and around us, and being able to trust when it comes to the unknown, which is essentially everything, right? We may have a sense, some of us may be very planned in how we see our future, some of us not. But essentially having a strong trust that you will find yourself exactly where you're meant to be, even if it may not seem like it at all times, okay? All right, so putting yourself into the energy of surrender. I do really quickly want to take a look at anything that may be hindering your expansion. So we have card 31, unleash your creativity, and then we have card number 42, mortality. Life is brief, bright, beautiful, and yours to live. This is all very beautifully going along as well with present moment and taking the current opportunity, as you view this reading, to really embrace everything that is, right? Not holding on to a flower and saying, I won't appreciate this beautiful flower till tomorrow because I'm very busy today. And then the next day saying, I won't appreciate it till the following day because I'm feeling very shitty today, or whatever it is, right? It's fleeting. The flower is in its cycle. Everything in life in and around us is in cycle, so it's fleeting. It's an illusion to believe that what you have is permanent, that what you have is fully solid. Even the ground beneath us has the appearance of being fully solid, but can immediately, with Earth's power, liquefy, right, in an instant. So it's an illusion for us to believe that we are on firm, solid anything, which is where this energy of surrender comes in, right? Surrender is a very difficult thing. You can say surrender all day, but the mind, the ego, can be very powerful, which can make it difficult to be able to have that trust. It makes us create resistance in believing that we can control circumstances by the actions that we take. And for the most part, to a certain degree, if there's a lot of efforting, we can. But in this case, I really feel like this is about really spontaneity is coming to mind. To embrace surrender through the aspect of not just saying, okay, I trust, I'm going to go distract myself with something, but to really embrace surrender by doing the most, not doing the most, making the most is a better way of putting it, making the most of the present moment. Like I said, that flower, you're not going to say to yourself, I'm not going to appreciate it till there's an understanding. When you receive a flower, when you receive a bouquet, that its beauty in the present moment is something that needs to be appreciated then and there. Not something that you can say, let me shove the flowers away and I'll appreciate them later because I'm too busy for it now, because I'm too stressed for it now, because I'm too broke for it now, because I'm too uncomfortable, because I'm too sad. The flowers aren't going to wait, right? The flowers are going to continue in cycle, and that's essentially what life is all around us. And so I really feel like that's the strong message that's wanting to come through, to not hold yourself back by thinking or believing in the illusion of time and having it. And so, like I said, the energy of spontaneity, of embracing what you have around you, doing what you can with what you have, and making the best of it, not just being satisfied with it, but really making the best of it. Unleash your creativity just tells me, instead of like sitting by and surrendering for, and this sort of feels like it's directed towards manifestations or big things, that your goals that you're trying to achieve. I really feel like this is saying, instead of like trying to not put too much pressure, but distracting yourself or maybe putting too much effort in, to really move yourself into the energy of what it is that you feel inspired to create, that you can right now, versus certain things that are out of our control, right? Okay, I have no control over this, but what do I have control over? Well, what it is that I'm doing with my time, I have control over. What it is that I have within my grasp, like as far as what I own, my belongings, my supplies, my tools, my funds, my whatever that be. What can I do with what I have that will fulfill me, right, in this present moment? What can I do to make my day feel brighter? Even if it's something as simple as order yourself a little bouquet of flowers with your 𝐻EB grocery order. That made my day, seriously. Like, fresh flowers makes my day, but also dead flowers, I'm all for it too. Life is brief, bright, beautiful, and yours to live. So to not allow fears, to not allow invisible barriers restrictions that we may place on ourselves to keep yourself. I'm getting a story in my head, but I really don't want to share it. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to share it, but don't judge me. So maybe like about a month and a half ago, story time. So if you don't want to hear it, just tap until you see me pull more cards. But in regards to this, and in the present moment, and escaping the illusion that we have time, I had been trying to manifest a dragon pole, we'll call it, for exercise, for dance, just for fun, since December, since Christmas time, and was just holding off. It's a little chunk of money, you know, but it's also something that I can use for this and that. So I was never purchasing it for myself. About a month and a half ago, had what I considered some sort of existential reckoning, like a slap in the face, a realization that time is fleeting and all we have is the very present moment, today. Because even the illusion of I can do it tomorrow, even tomorrow won't be tomorrow, it will be the present day at that moment, right? And so within all of this existential reckoning I was experiencing, that thought came into my mind. What is it that I have within my grasp, okay, today, right now? What resources are available to me that will make me feel fulfilled, that will make me inspired to be creative, to feel alive, right? Like I'm not just existing, like I'm actually living. And so I ordered myself the damn dancing pole, the dragon pole, I'll call it, because I don't want to be judged for calling it the other kind of pole. I ordered it for myself on my Amazon credit card, and I installed it as soon as it came, and that was about a month ago, and it has been giving me life. It has been the best type of exercise that I have experienced, because I have more resistance. I have more, like, I can hold myself up to be able to stretch out more, to lean more, to everything, right? But also I've been learning some really cute tricks and it's been really fun, and I do not regret in any way, shape, or form, because every time that I am using it, I am fulfilled. Okay, so that's enough of my nonsense. But anyways, that was just a story to tell you, like, how I unleashed my happiness. Anyways, let's move on because I'm embarrassed. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? And then we have, this is for present moment messages, okay? Card number 2, roots of abundance. Okay, so boundaries and something for growth. Okay, so boundaries, depleting your resources. This may just be your energy, your time, your energy, whatever, your focus. This could be just where your thoughts are being directed, okay? 2 hours of your favorite Netflix show versus researching and listening to an audio of something you've been trying to find more interest in for those 2 hours. You know what I mean? It's really like that. Where are any of your resources, any attention or energy of any sort that you give outwards? And it can also be to people, it could be to work, it could be your money, it could be whatever, right? Needing to place boundaries so that those roots can really go deep. Investing in that which you want to grow for you, okay? This is really just like that old saying of what you water or what you nurture is what will grow. And this is present moment guidance that's being offered to. What are you watering today, right now, in the present moment? Well, you're watering me, right? By watching this reading, and I appreciate it. I am like bird bathing in your love. Assuming you're sending love my way, right? Let me pull some tarot and see any other messages, and then we'll close you off, pile number 1. Okay, so let's go ahead and get any specific current messages for the present moment for pile number 1. And get 3. We have the 7 of Cups. Okay, we have 2. We have the 8 of Wands, taking action, and the 5 of Wands, releasing resistance towards doing. Really, this is about actions, communications, confidence even, I'm sort of getting for some of you. Feeling confident enough to make bold, I've heard statements, requests, to make bold statements, to make bold requests, to make bold pursuits of some sort. In some cases, there may be some aspects of, I heard find your way around it. I was about to say some aspects of resistance or barrier. Like it could be a literal physical barrier. Like, for example, if I didn't have an Amazon card, I wouldn't have had the extra cash to purchase it, but it was an invisible barrier, right? Because I had credit. And money isn't real, it doesn't exist, so that too. Just kidding. The 7 of Chalices, that's giving me like find a way around. Find a way around anything that may appear or that you may be telling yourself is a strong, solid wall keeping you from present moment fulfillments, even if it's tiny little things. Ew, I hate that I just did that. Oh my god, that reminded me of that movie. But anyways, yeah, find your way around. I really feel like there's resources, tools, supplies, funds, something that's within your grasp that will actually surprisingly lead you to some of those things that you are trying to move towards, take actions on, build, grow, heal, whatever that be. Okay, so let me get you, what am I getting you? Animal cards, because I always get animal cards to close off. Oh, look who showed himself. Brown Bear Spirit, take time out. Alright. Animal guidance for pile number 1. We have Card 41, Nightingale Spirit. Love is all around. Yeah, because the bear was giving me heart energy. Like your heart, for some of you, you may be tending to something within your heart, or for some of you, this may be like a little bit of inner chaos within your heart energy. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, love is all around. Card 49, Rabbit Spirit. Now is a lucky time. Everything is very focused on present moment, okay? 28, Frog Spirit. Clear out the clutter. That is, like I said, invisible barriers that are keeping you, but also the boundaries. Where is your energy being directed? What is it that you are watering? Okay, pile number 1. So that's what I got for you. I hope these messages resonated. If they did, please let me know. Don't forget to do the things. I keep on forgetting to say that nowadays, but click like, subscribe, all the things. Until we vibe again, loves. Hi, pile number 2. Thank you for joining me for your reading. I hope y'all are doing good. So your main energy for today's reading is a win-win outcome is forecast with the full moon in Libra. So strong vibe that I was getting about this was a sense of overthinking, a strong sense of overthinking, and also sort of feeling like it's got to be this way or it's got to be that way. And they feel like two very separate journeys, two very separate, almost like lifelines, lifetimes, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. It just feels like a very like Y road and that feel opposite directions, and like having a strong belief that it had either or, and that the two are very opposite like outcomes. And what I'm strongly getting is either way you win. They all lead to one place, although it doesn't appear that way, okay? So if that resonates with you as far as like feeling like two very distinct somethings, I don't want to say choices or offers, but it's somewhat that way. I just can't find the wording, okay? Directions even, I don't know. Anyways, we have, sorry, I'm not even communicating with you. These first 2 cards are going to be anything that may be impeding your expansion in any way, okay? So we have card 11, take off your mask, and then we have card 30, law is not justice, rules that are not fair. Take off your masks and rules that are not fair. This feels like honest communication about something that you feel needs to be communicated. It's impeding your growth. It's something that you've been, I heard, dwelling on. But it may be what I was picking up so far as like the overthinking. The overthinking about all the what ifs and all the potentials, and the purpose of this reading is about being in the present moment. So if that's something that's resonating with you, sorry, and you feel like you've been in, like sort of finding yourself often, if not overthinking. Look, she's holding the little scales too. I just noticed that. Sorry, it's because I have the room really dark. The sun was bothering me so bad, but she's holding the little scales in her hand, and then the scales are here too, and they're balanced in both. Law is not justice, rules that are not fair. There's a strong focus on feeling like there's something that you are unhappy with the result of, or you're unhappy with the needing to make a choice or a sharp turn away from something. I'm not sure what that is. But if that's not resonating with you, it's just, I'm going to move away from that and be, there's something that you've been putting a lot of thought into, that the energy of the present moment is trying to get you out of. You are putting too much overthinking and thought, and there's a need to, if you feel inclined to, take some sort of action versus to continue in the spiral of staying in that, right? Because essentially then you're in the past or the future and not in the present moment. And it sort of feels like it's a stall. It's creating a stall in your energy, like it's putting you in a place of indecision. And then you feel dissatisfied with where you're at, but it's because you're not moving. Like whatever it is, there needs to be something, I don't know. I'll get into that a little bit more. Let's go ahead and see what the present moment guidance is. The Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. And card 23, healing the heart. So this may be in regards to, it does feel like a dwelling actually. Like there's a part of you that feels unable to let go. Is that what it is? Unable to let go of something. And it's almost like, I don't know, there's so many aspects in which that can resonate. Okay, so please only take it if it does. But it feels like there's something that no longer applies, or that no longer is as it was. And it's like dwelling in the thoughts of that and the way that became or turned out is causing, it sort of like feels like a mourning period. You may be mourning something. This one's very confusing. I'm sorry if I'm all over the place or not making sense. It feels like a mourning period because what I keep getting is like my mom. I keep on having flashes to like my mom when my dad died and she was in mourning. And so for her, it's like, because of the culture, because of the religion, like a woman widowed almost like needs to go into hiding, like should not be seen out, God forbid, you know, experiencing life. So she shut herself away for a strong, like, what's the word? Like, I don't know, just putting too much importance on other people's opinions of what a widow should do. So shedding away, you know, essentially like almost like a punishment, like a self-punishment, like because my father died, she almost like self-punished and shut her whole life away, just gave up all of life, you know, so as to not be seen as like, oh my God, she was out there at a restaurant with her family. Oh, and she was over there. Like, how dare she be over there, just all over the place when her husband died. You know what I mean? It seems very silly to me, but I can understand. I can completely understand because that's also part of my culture, right? But I just don't care. In her case, and anyways, let me just stop. I just need to stop. It sort of feels like that. It sort of feels like there's an aspect of you feeling like you can't live your life, or you can't express something or experience something or move towards something, let go of something. Like there's some aspect of that that's very strongly wanting to be pushed away. Pile number 2, okay? The energy wants, it just like feels like, no, we're moving above, we're rising above, right? No stall energy, which is that like overthinking or overanalyzing maybe the direction, maybe the next step is sort of something that you're overanalyzing, because I'm being taken back to that like Y road, like feeling like if I make this decision and move this way, it feels like such contrasting, like I'm making a choice to go in such opposite direction of what this is. And then there's some aspect of wanting to be pulled towards this, but this isn't like fully clear either, because there's a sense of uncertainty and maybe challenge within that route as well. Even though it may feel like the route like most wanted, it feels like this one seems more logical. I don't know. But they feel like so complete opposites, and maybe like a punishment, maybe it feels unfair. The truth is that there's a need to push away this frame of thought. There's a need to push away thinking that we know how things will play out. and just do, just express, just choose in the present moment, making the best that you can from whatever circumstances you may find yourself. Now, mind you, if you are going through something heavy, and I don't by any means mean to like make light of that, you know, this is just like, as far as like external circumstances, is sort of what it's giving me. Feeling stuck, strong guidance to move away from that. I feel like it's hurting you to be strong in that belief, because like I said in the very beginning, like even if you take this road that you sort of would rather take this road, but this road is a challenge, even if you take this road that you know is going to be more of a challenge, like either way you're going to end up to what you want. That's what I'm strongly getting. You need to not take look at me telling you what to do. No, that's sort of the way it's coming off, though. I feel like there's some strong like this happening in your energy. Hold on, I need a pause. It's like wanting you to look, to stop and smell the roses, to celebrate what you have going on and not put so much pressure. It feels like you're putting a lot of pressure, and it feels like in the thoughts. Either way that you choose, make the most out of what you can with those circumstances, because you don't have it all figured out. The way that I saw it, no matter what, even if it may seem like you were taking a road that's such a sharp contrast from whatever, you're still going to end up where you want. Even if you take the one that you feel is going to be a challenge and may end up just like poof, failure or whatever. No, like you don't have all the answers. You need to trust. That's sort of what I'm getting. There's a need to release this because it's hurting you. It's hindering you in a very strong way. Let me pull some tarot for you. Okay, this reading, pile number 2, I apologize because I'm hearing myself and I feel like I'm being so like, this is what you have to do and you should be like sort of like that, and I hate when I come off like that. Alright, messages, guidance for pile. Look, we have the Tower. There's something that you're refusing to change or to embrace or to decide on. And then we have the Knight of Wands, the Page of Wands, movement. This sort of feels like if the energy is of overthought, right? And the strong guidance is about moving away from, rising above, allowing overthought to weigh you down. Because this energy feels like it's more needing to flow with the most subtle of impulses, the most subtle opportunity that may feel like it's something small and very faint or slightly insignificant that may not even have to do with your bigger goal or the bigger journey, but being oddly surprised at how much impact subtle movement can create for you in your life. I don't know if that made sense. I tried. Any other guidance messages? We have 11, the Justice. Stop it. Then we have the 7 of Pentacles, and then we have the 10 of Cups. I love that I got 3 more cards. You have the Scales of Justice 3 effing times. I was going to say it straight up, but it was going to sound very vulgar because I was going to emphasize it. 3 times you have the Scales of Justice. There is something within your energy that you feel isn't going to like have a positive outcome, that isn't going to have a fair exchange or reward or opportunity or something for you. You just feel like maybe like a hole, something that you had your sights set on, that all of a sudden took a different turn. It feels like a plot twist. Like, no, things are coming to balance. Things will balance out. You will arrive at that which you seek to arrive. That's what I'm strongly getting. The Seven of Pentacles with perseverance. And faith. Through perseverance and faith is what it's giving me. Like arriving at the outcome that you seek. I don't know what that is. It may be having to do with legalities. It could be something in regards to like court stuff that you feel like is not at all going to end up the way that you want it to end up, but it will. There's a need to persist in faith. And like I said, when it comes to subtle things, releasing all of that overthought, because it's weighing you down and it's hurting you. It's hurting you more than anything to be in all of that. The need to be in the present moment, not in the past is sort of what it gave me. I feel like there's a lot of past stuff coming up, and it may be for whatever reasons, right? You may be almost frustrated that it's coming up, is sort of what I'm getting. Like, why is this coming up again? It's coming up to show itself to you so that you can release it, so that you can let it go, so that you can clear it from your energy and rise above it, so that you can heal it, so that you can embrace a more lighthearted, positive flow of energy. Have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. Don't put so much pressure, is sort of what it's giving me. Okay, let me go ahead and get you some animal cards, pile number 2. If you're still with me, I appreciate you. Because I did come off really wordy today for your pile. This pile was super different from pile number 1. But not in a bad way. Feels good. Feels like a strong plot twist. But a very positive one. But remember, being in the present moment is absolutely very necessary. If you feel yourself being very like funky vibe and taking something so seriously, or putting too much pressure, or overthinking, overstressing, something like that, mind you that you direct that where it's due, where it's well due, right? But I mean, like when you feel yourself and it's not that serious and it's not that imminent and it's not that horrible. OMG, I'm thinking of a story. I have to say it. So if you don't want to hear the story time, just tap until you see me pull your final guidance cards, or if you're leaving me, thank you for joining. I'm not going to tell you the whole story, but I will just say very quickly. When I find myself in this energy of overthought of things that have occurred, of uncertainty about which route to take, of whatever it is that I deal with in my life, right? Which I found myself, let's say last week, in a good chunk of that week, feeling that way. Having a conversation with a friend of mine who lives over there in Monterrey, Mexico, who is very close to me. Like, she and I are like very like sisters. We're like sisters. And so we hear from each other every now and then, and we both have life going on, so sometimes it takes a while for us to get back to each other. But always with trust that eventually she'll listen to my messages and then respond to me. And so this time, as always, you know, allowed and felt and didn't let fear set in, didn't let anything deter, you know, nothing. When I finally heard from her, to hear what she had experienced, which are dangers over living over there in Mexico. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. But having experienced very traumatic incidences within the last time that I spoke to her to today, and being in a completely different, like life upside down type situation, but completely removed, but having experienced so much trauma in such a small amount of time, and facing those dangers, and to hear that, like, not only traumatized me, right, but like really put me in this like immense place of all that I spend my time worrying about stuff that's stupid at the end of the day. The things that I stress myself out about, the things that I make myself sad about. And I say that make myself because I'm making a choice to think about those things and dwell in them, versus moving my energy to a place of, it's not that serious, I just need to move it along, right? Do what I can to feel good right now. And just feeling very silly about all the things that I had been making myself feel and think, and none of that was serious. Like, having heard everything that she had experienced, just like, it's very, I don't know, it's just, it puts your mind in a very different place of awareness of what's important, right? Okay, I'm done with my story. She's okay, by the way. She's okay. She's safe. She was not harmed, but just had to experience some very traumatic events. I just wanted to say that in case you guys are wondering. But anyways, 34. Hummingbird spirit, be here now. In the present moment, exactly. Card number 68, Wombat spirit, be at home. I love him when he comes out, because he always feels like if I'm ever feeling vulnerable, Wombat spirit comes out in one of the readings. And me just sharing that vulnerable story with you, he came out to comfort me. And you. Card 29, Giraffe spirit, see the big picture. This is exactly what I literally just mentioned. Being able to appreciate what it is that you do have, the simple pleasures, anything that you can find to be appreciative for right now can automatically create a shift in your energy, okay? Very subtle things, whether you feel are insignificant, can have such profound impact on the direction of your life or the outcome of certain manifestations, okay, loves? But anyways, that was a long reading. I just saw 2121, in case that means anything to anyone. That's what I got for you. Have a good and so we vibe again. Hi, pile number 3. Thank you for joining me for your reading. So, your main energy for today's reading is the card of New Moon in Leo with the message, confidence is your key to success. So, it's strongly giving me like having almost like a lack of confidence in something. Now, a part of me is getting like a lack of confidence in a specific outcome that you have a lot of hope towards, but only take that if it resonates. It's giving shy, it's giving vulnerable, it's giving unsure, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the cards that I pulled already, in regards to anything that may be impeding your expansion in the present moment, okay? So we have card number 37, nature communication, with flower energies, fairy energies, and elemental messengers. Then we have the card 22, set your course, know where you wish to go, have a plan, the right direction. And then we have card 23. Nice. We have 22, then 23, with the card of patience. So anything that may be impeding your expansion. Sort of indulging in the energy of lack of confidence, lack of a sense of direction, lack of patience, to allow things to be made clear, to allow things to settle, to allow things to ground themselves, to grow. There's a sense, not so much because of the Leo energy, but there's a sense of like a roar. I'm seeing the roar from the Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer intro. There's like a roar of want to say impulsivity, but it kind of feels like there's something that just wants to go, right? So that, like I said, a lack of patience in the energy that is actually hindering. Like it's almost like I don't know. Anyways, we're just gonna get started. We're just gonna pull the other messages. So these are guidance messages for present moment, okay? We have mirror, who or what is triggering you? Then we have card 32, quieting the mind. Yes, it is triggering. Finger on the trigger. It's giving impulsivity. It's giving that something's got you not riled up like that lion. Let's hope not. And then now I'm seeing like the bull, like, you know, the bull riders where they're like preparing themselves, like getting that adrenaline rush right before they're about to release the bull. Why is your energy giving me that? There's something that you're not wanting to hold your horses on. And because you're having to hold your horses on it, it's sort of causing a sense of trigger. Putting your place into a trigger, and it's sort of affecting, it's hindering you because it's affecting your confidence. It's affecting your confidence in the sense of being able to like believe that all of those efforts that are like really wanting to roar. Anyways, moving on. 32, quieting the mind. And then we have card 14 with the beautiful uncaging. Stop. The cage. I was literally just seeing the bull cage. And then they open it. It will. There's like a buildup of frustration that I'm sort of getting with whatever is being triggered. I don't know. It just feels like there's a ping pong effect of stuff happening. It's not just one thing. There's a lot going on here, actually. But it feels amped up. It feels very amplified. It feels very electric. It feels very fiery. It feels just boom. And I'm seeing in the movie The Fifth Element where she says boom, big bada boom. Something that wants to erupt, something that wants to be set free, something that wants to be experienced, explored, accomplished, acquired, I don't know, something like that. Okay, the guidance, the nature, the quieting the mind, yes. Because the more, there's like this bouncing effect. The more you indulge, remember that word keeps on being strongly coming out to me in bold in my mind, indulge. This is like your guidance, your guides telling you you are indulging in some aspect of thoughts of, like I said, just wanting to go, wanting to whatever, all those words that I said. And then looking in current time and it's just like the timing or something, like not seeing it happen, not having of something, the not having the green light to something like that. Not having the bull cage open is becoming a trigger that is affecting your confidence, that is affecting your belief in the success or in the outcome. There we go. That's where the outcome comes in having belief and faith and confidence in the outcome, in the direction. So indulging in those thoughts that are amplifying you potentially are harming you and actually causing the slowdown of it. So the slowing down of the mind, the slowing down of it, this may be actual motion. You may be like work, trying to build something in the physical. And feeling like everything is a stall. So to quiet the mind, to connect with nature, to connect with the fairies, the elementals, whatever it is that you believe in, engage with, allow, whatever. Within this is present moment right now, today, right now, today, just for today. Do what you can to actively indulge in quieting your mind, to indulge in connecting with whatever energies you resonate with, as far as like to do something specific that you are indulging with nature, right? In some aspects. That is what actually is going to be then they're finally going to open the cage. The bull was too busy smelling the flowers and enjoying it. He had calmed himself down finally, instead of being like all amplified to come out. And finally, when he just was just like, oh, well, I guess they're not going to open it. Let me just smell this flower that I got right in front of me. That's when they open. It's like, there you go. That's all you had to do. Was chill out. Just kidding. I'm oversimplifying, obviously, but that's what I'm getting, okay? Let me go ahead and get some additional tarot as far as any... Hold on, let me drink water. Okay, so tarot messages, present moment messages for guidance for pile number 3, please. Oh, that was quick. We have the 4 of Cups, which is the dissatisfaction, right? We have the 8 of Swords, which is causing you to feel more stuck and frustrated. And then we have the Ace of Cups, which is the flow. Again, right? The opposite energy of this. This is the lack of movement, the lack of satisfaction. And this all just sort of feels like it's repeating, right? The energy of what it's saying. In order to flow, in order to move, in order to feel the satisfaction, there's a need to quiet the mind. Let me just clarify and confirm that. The moon. Spotlight. Spotlight. I heard spotlight, the stillness, and then I was just like, wait, it's the moon. This is a full moon reading for the flower moon. So putting strong spotlight in the potential to create real unblocking of whatever stalled energy now. Right now. Right now, as I'm posting this, or if you see it, right, within this, whenever you see it in the present moment, it's a timeless reading. But right now, in the energy as I'm recording this, it feels like there's a spotlight on stillness for today, for right now. And the powerful potential it has to create a flow in a place where there's been a lot of stagnation or stillness, dissatisfaction, okay? All right, so animal messages to close off pile number 3. Any guidance or messages that the animals want to offer? Oh, that one came out with a with some force, like the bull. LOL, what was it? Card number 12, Canary Spirit, sing your own song. Okay, pile number 3. There is an aspect of you wanting to just like something. I don't know what that is. Maybe it is being in the spotlight. I don't know. Or I don't know. But it just feels like bold. Like I had said, it's that lion in the intro roaring. Card number 53, Seahorse Spirit, watch and wait. That's a spotlight. I don't know why that connected to me, but it did. Card number 19. You know why? Because watch and wait felt like this, felt like there was spotlight being put, and it gave me like the vibe of the movie again. You know how I kept on seeing the lion, like a premiere. Like there's a premiere about to begin in your life, and it almost feels like you're not even like paying attention. Why aren't you paying attention? Because you're too amped up and feeling lack of patience, lack of confidence, lack of belief in a positive outcome or something like that. But the truth is, like, stillness in the present moment, is what's going to allow for this to unfold. And then we have card number 19, Dog Spirit. Be loyal to what you love. Absolutely. And this I feel is in regards to yourself, okay? Be loyal to yourself. Do not allow current triggering circumstances to dissuade your confidence in self, to dissuade your belief in a positive outcome, okay? Connect with those energies as you resonate with them. Quiet your mind. Stillness is being highly emphasized for you, pile number 3. And connecting however you can, okay? So go out and smell some flowers, I say. That's what I got for you, pile number 3. Until we vibe again.